Chapter 16 is covering the Syrah, Shiraz grape. Syrah is the term for the grape in France, and Shiraz is the same grape in Australia. And then if these grapes are grown outside of France and Australia, then winemakers choose whether they're going for the Syrah style, the French style, or the Australian style. They'll put Shiraz on the bottle. The Shiraz grape has some of the oldest, very oldest vines. Shiraz vines are in Australia. So here we're looking at some really old vines. The Syrah Shiraz grape are thick-skinned and they're very small grapes, which yields higher tannins and higher concentrations. You've got black fruit and spice. This grape grows in moderate and warm climates. So moderate climates such as Northern Rhone and warm climates such as Australia and south of France. The style of a Syrah in Northern Rhone is more medium-bodied and black fruit. That's what you're getting from the moderate temperatures. The style of your warmer climate Shiraz is fuller-bodied with higher alcohol and cooked fruit, like licorice. So these characteristics change based on the ripeness, which is what we just talked about. So we're getting the least ripe moderate places, we're getting black fruit and spice. And in the more ripe, warmer climates, we're getting black fruit, licorice, and even cooked fruit. The Syrah Shiraz can come in a single variety or they blend it to add color. You can see I'm drinking one now, and this is a very inky black color. They also use it to add tannins. And in Rhone, there are single variety, but there's also blends. They will commonly blend. They'll make a Rhone blend, and that is a blend of the Syrah from Northern Rhone blended with grapes like Grenache from Southern Rhone is a Rhone blend. That's a Northern Rhone, Southern Rhone blend called a Rhone blend. Lastly, they are oaking these to soften the tannins and add smoke and spice. Okay, so important places. We'll start with France, the Syrah, the French style of wine. Just recall, this is similar to how we had Pinot Grigio and Pinot Gris, where they're the same grape, the Italian style Pinot Grigio, the French style Pinot Gris. Okay, so the Syrah is grown primarily in Northern Rhone. If you recall, we have Bordeaux, Loire Valley, Burgundy, Champagne, Alsace, Northern Rhone, Southern Rhone, and south of France. Syrah is grown in Northern Rhone, as well as south of France. And the Rhone blends are when you've got the Syrah from Northern Rhone blended with Southern Rhone Grenache, or grapes that are grown in Southern Rhone. Syrah is the only red grape permitted in Northern Rhone. And the influences are this Rhone River that goes all the way to the south of France. So the Rhone River moderates the temperatures, but the best vineyards are on really, really steep slopes, and that allows the river, the sunshine to reflect off of the river onto the vines on the steep slopes and have them warm enough to ripen. Anything more north than the northern tip of Northern Rhone is too cold to ripen Syrahs. We need moderate to warm. Warm is even helps with the ripening. And so then we also have south of France, we have warmer climate with both single variety and blends. There's kind of three main areas in Northern Rhone to remember. They are Côte-Rôtie, Hermitage, and Croix Hermitage. Those are the three main places where you're getting the best Syrahs. Anything more north of Côte-Rôtie, which is the northernmost part, is too cold to ripen. Okay, I'll show you where the other, now we're in just Northern Rhone. The Côte-Rôtie is up the farthest north tip, and down south of Northern Rhone, we have Hermitage. This is only a single vineyard steep slope that makes up all of Hermitage. And the Côte-Rôtie and Hermitage are both south-facing slopes. So what that does is it allows for the sunshine for longer periods of time of the day and helping to ripen the Syrah grapes. And then Croix Hermitage wraps all the way around the one single slope of Hermitage. It's a little bit flatter surroundings, so it's cheaper to produce wine on the flatter surroundings because in the really steep slopes, you can sometimes not even get machinery in there, so everything has to be done by hand, and it can be very expensive. So Croix Hermitage also has great Syrahs, but they are a little bit less expensive because of the machinery they're able to use. Okay, so we were just zoomed in on Northern Rhone. Again, sometimes they blend Rhone blends with Northern Rhone and Southern blend. That's the Syrah and often Grenache blend. And south of France, we have single variety and blends as well. Okay, now let's move on to the Shiraz grape in Australia. Australia is, much of Australia's wine growing region is right near the 30th latitude in the southern hemisphere, which is very warm. So this is a great region for Shiraz. The inland areas of southeastern Australia, there's a lot of Shiraz. This is the most widely planted grape in Australia. And the two other main areas where we're getting some wonderful Shirazes is Barossa Valley. And that's what I'm drinking right now, is a Barossa Shiraz. And in Barossa, they have a lot of really old vines. So that's what we were looking at here. Some of the oldest Shiraz vines in the world are in Barossa Valley. And then the last place is Hunter Valley. And Hunter Valley has, it's really, really warm, but it has sea breezes that slows the ripening down. And also it has a lot of cloud coverage that slows the ripening down. So by doing that, the slowing of the ripening allows there to develop more complex a more complex wine that when it ages gets flavors of earth and meat. Now just quickly, I'm going to zoom in and show you these same regions. So this is all of southeastern Australia. We have Hunter Valley, Shiraz, and then going over here, we have Barossa Valley, Shiraz, this little region. And lastly, we have it in all of the inland areas. And that's it for the Syrah Shiraz grape.